All right, what's going on, everyone? This is Pilo with Digital 262, and you're listening to Elite Talk. What's going on, everyone? This is Pilo with Digital 262. We are here in the studio once again with my man G.
What's going on, King? How you feeling?
What's going on, man?
Man, another day trying to stay out the way.
Another day trying to stay out the way. I told you before, man, you got to be in the way, not out of the way.
I don't like that. I'm too big to be in the way. So if I stay out the way, you know what I mean? I'll be good.
I hear you right here. Sometimes it's better to stay out the way.
Yeah.
I got you. And in this corner, we got my man TJ. What's going on?
People, how's everybody doing out there?
Stop the cap. Time out. Time out.
Oh, come on.
We got here we go, man. We got to have this discussion every time.
Let's rewind it.
Every time. All right, here we go. We can do it again. And in this corner, we got my man TJ.
Hello, my beautiful people.
Yeah.
TJ from Elite Talk.
Yeah.
Welcome to, the show, Elite Society. Let's get it.
Let's get it.
He want to stay out the way. We got to get in the way.
In the way.
That's the motto for today. Get in the way.
I stand behind them. That's how.
There you go. But today we have a very special program, but we're going to be talking about cheaters part 2. Part 2, baby. But
the remix.
But it's going to be.
Hey, wait. I like that. Cheaters the remix.
I like that. We're going to name it Cheaters the remix.
I like that.
Yeah, very good. I like how you think, brother. I like how you think.
Let's go with it.
But today's a little extra special because we have a special guest with us today. From Racine, Wisconsin, Michelle. What's going on, Michelle?
Nothing much. Just hanging out with you guys.
Oh, come on.
That's it.
I don't listen. I don't know what you want to say.
You have to have one of those slogans that, Michelle.
Oh, I don't have a slogan.
You gonna have a slogan? All right, that's okay.
Are you gonna sing my bell too? Because everybody does that too.
Yeah, hey, there we go. So Michelle is decided to come on this podcast, listener, and she's gonna go in on us because we talked about why women cheat the last podcast.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Michelle agrees with us, but we're gonna hear her point of view of why we think that women cheat the most. Right, Michelle?
We cheat the most? Oh, no.
So we're
not only do y'all cheat the most, y'all cheat better.
Cheat better.
I agree.
Yes. Yeah, that's a fact.
The better part, possibly, but
y'all more efficient.
The most, no.
No, you don't think so? Okay, well, we'll get into it.
Let's dive in the ocean. Let's go.
So last podcast, I asked a question, and I started with these guys, and I asked them, why do men cheat? And they gave us very, very good, I believe, very good answers. Mm-hmm. But Michelle, I want to start with you. I want to ask you the basic question. Why do Michelle believe that men cheat?
I believe they might cheat because maybe they don't know how to communicate, or their woman doesn't know how to communicate with them. The communication might not be there. The truth might not be there. The situation. If it's, you're trying to do that 50-50 thing, maybe the man is not there. Maybe that man needs the guidance, the support. Maybe they're going through something. And of course, men don't typically like to share emotionally or mentally because sometimes they feel that that's too vulnerable for them.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. I mean, I feel vulnerable most of the time.
But maybe they're searching for that.
But you know what, Michelle, let's get real here, because even though I felt that way before many times in my marriage, well, I'm gonna be real, my marriage, yes, I felt that way many times. And, I went out and cheated, but those weren't the reasons I went out and cheated though, and I believe that men, in order for a man to come up with the courage to go out there and be with another woman, it takes more than just communication. It takes more than just, the basic things that you talked about in order for them to actually build the courage to go out and cheat and give their bodies to another woman. You know what I mean?
So Michelle, I got a question then. First question is, have you ever been cheated on?
Yes.
Okay.
Multiple times.
Did you ever get the answer why they cheated on you after you found out?
The first couple ones were, it's really stupid, but they wanted to see if they still had it. So I'm like, that's an excuse.
Absolutely.
I also think it just came down to convenience. I'm a working mom. I don't mind putting it in. I like to work. So it could be schedules. It could be like you guys commented before, that work wife, work husband. It literally could just be a right moment, right time, even though if you're saying you're with that person, it shouldn't have happened.
Situational.
Yes.
Well, let me ask you, Michelle, have you ever done the cheating? Have you ever cheated on your man before?
Yeah, that was my next question.
Oh, sorry about that.
But he took it. It's cool because, Pete took it. So this is the ultimate question. Has Michelle cheated? The clock is ticking.
I have, but it was for me. I've done everything I could. I've tried to reach out. I've tried to talk. I tried to say, hey, we need to have multiple conversations. Let's go on a date night. Let's not even think about what's going on. I tried to do everything in my part. And then when you kind of just, for me, feel like you put me on the back burner and I don't feel important, I don't feel heard, I don't feel seen, that's when it's like, I did the searching. And at some point I'd be like, you know what? I don't think this is working. And still nothing. Yes, I did.
So why you just didn't break up
instead
with
of just calling it quits? Instead of just calling it quits, yep, I did. And I mean, ultimately, yes, it ended. But at the same time, when you try to do everything you think in your mind that you're doing, reaching out, talking, hey, we need to talk, the messaging. I don't really prefer texting because the text you can just take in a way different perspective.
Misconstrue it all the way up.
I would rather have that phone call, that person to person, something where you can see their demeanor, their attitude, their voice, everything. But if I didn't get that, then what? Then you're searching, then you're situational, then you're looking for what you would like to feel.
I had a question for you, Michelle. So the guy that you did, after you exhausted all of your efforts, the guy that you ultimately cheated with, how did that situation come about? Was he kind of like a dude that, because some people would argue, like, even when people are in a relationship, they know who's next. So basically saying, like, you could be eyeing somebody or feeling somebody low key, or if you weren't with that person and you're like, well, shoot, in the event that this don't work out, I'll try to talk to him or see what it do. Was it one of those situations where he was like was it from work? Was it a work husband situation, or was it a random person at the right place at the right time? How did that situation come about?
So the person I was with, obviously we didn't see eye to eye, and I did do all my reaching. Where I work at, I did meet that person at work.
Wait, where you currently work at right now? Where you currently work right now?
At Quick Trip, yes.
Oh.
So he, hold on, but he didn't work with me. Do you know what I mean? Like, he was in the store. Okay. And at the moment, like, he was actually going through stuff. He was going through a divorce. So it was one of those mutual, we kind of just connected, we talked, and then it just got to a point where I was like, listen, you know what? I'm okay being friends, but it can't be no more. And then other situations happened at home to where then it became a little more each time we hung out. And no, I originally didn't want to hang out. It was literally that go-to, that person, like, hey, how's your day? How's your kids? This and this and that. Just trying to keep his mind off of the current situation. Yeah. And then it just got to, you know what? Why don't we hang out? Have a go get something to eat, or literally just, drive and listen to music just to get our minds. And then it turned into.
Right. So you grew feelings for him?
I grew a vibe with him, yes.
How did that make you feel going home to your significant other? And I don't mean to put you on the spot here, because we're going to put each other on the spot. But no, that's how did you feel, going home after, vibing with this person and growing feelings for this person? How was your attitude towards your significant other once you get home? Did you feel guilty? Did you feel anything?
I did. I did not like the fact that there was some sort of lie. I did not like the fact that there was this hidden secret. But at the same time, a little backstory, I was trying because he actually cheated. I was really trying. We had some history, And I was really trying because I don't, once you cheat, I feel you're done. But this situation, I really tried.
Yeah.
But once he did that and he wasn't hearing me, he wasn't like, this is what I need from you. This is how I need to process. I'm an overthinker. I need reassurance.
Mm-hmm.
You weren't doing any of that.
Yeah.
So that's where I went, and that happened. And it went from that to, what it was.
Do you regret
I did.
that?
I did not want to.
Mm-hmm.
Do I regret it? Actually, no. The reason why is because it helped me get to a place to where I could actually, even though I said, hey, this isn't going any further, this isn't going forward, it gave me the courage to say, no, you need to go.
Yeah.
You need to leave from, and then he tried to be friends and I couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
So it's safe to say you a liar, a cheater, a deceiver, heartbreaker.
Mm-hmm.
For that
That's
situation,
what I got.
sure, I'll own it. For that situation, sure, I'll own it.
I should
I'll
have
own
popped
it.
up the song. I should have just played the song.
You know what? There's one thing I didn't ask you guys the last podcast, and I was thinking about that this morning. I never asked you guys, have you guys ever cheated on your significant other?
You want to start with me?
I'll start with you.
I have, yeah.
Yeah. Tell us about it.
It was when I was younger, back in my early 20s or whatever. I guess
Player days.
you're in your prime. You're feeling like Deion Sanders. Prime time.
Yeah.
But it really wasn't a situation like that. I feel like I emotionally got wrapped up and confided in a woman because the woman I was with at the time, she wasn't giving me what I needed. I had kind of I felt like I pleaded with her, like, baby, I feel like you're not emotionally there. And she kind of emasculated me for showing emotional vulnerability. And, it's not easy, especially a black man, man, but really a black man being emotionally vulnerable. If we're emotionally vulnerable with you, that's a huge, because that's not a normal thing. And we weren't taught to be that way. But in this particular situation, I was, and she kind of made me feel weak and kind of demeaned me for it. And I needed that. I needed it like water. You know what I mean? I needed to be nurtured at that time, not to be babied, but nurtured, watered so I can grow. But she just wasn't giving me that. So it was this woman I reconnected with just randomly. I ran into her, and then we split contact information. And, like I said, the first or the last episode, it turns into that text correspondence, like, how are you doing?
Yeah.
And it just gradually unravels, and it becomes like a snowball effect. And, that's emotionally, I got wrapped up to the point to where I was ready to leave that woman and be with her. But some things transpired, that kind of showed me that wasn't the right situation.
Yeah.
It pretty much showed me that you need to get out of that situation, but don't pull the trigger and try to be with this woman, because she wasn't right either. She was just there at the right time. Like we said, situational cheating. Sometimes you have no intention on cheating. You're committed, you're loyal, but sometimes you're in situations, and if you're emotionally vulnerable and weak at that time, sometimes you could succumb to that.
Oh, yeah.
And submit
Absolutely.
to that. So, I mean.
Well, Gee, let me ask you, have you ever been a cheater?
No.
Oh, come on, Gee.
Before you were saved, G. Come on.
Before you were saved,
Before the crackers, before the sparkling wine.
Hey, that's crazy. I was going to bring that today, too. I forgot my crackers.
Come on, man.
You forgot the crackers.
Yeah, I did.
Oh,
You said something last week. I ain't going to let you off the hook on
no,
this one.
we can't.
So you said last episode, you was like, in my early 20s? Oh, man.
Right.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, come on, G, be real, man.
No. No, for real. Have I? Sure.
Yeah.
Because I think cheating comes in.
Sure.
Come on, man.
Or yes or no.
It's either yes or no. Because
It
sure
ain't a
is
sure.
what do you consider
you can't
cheating?
straddle the fence, bro. It's either yes or no.
Sure. No, I have. I have.
That's a yes?
Yes.
Okay.
But what made
That's
you
your
do
final
that?
answer?
Oh, yeah.
That's my final answer. That's my final answer. And we've always talked about cheating come in different ways. It don't matter. Cheating can be in different ways.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I said, I have, and why I did it because mentally and spiritually was a disconnect.
With who you were with at the time?
Who I was with at the time.
Yeah.
Because at one point in time, yes, I used to be the guy that say I want my girl to go to church with me and be all of what I pretty much wanted her to be.
Yeah.
So when I didn't get that, I actually looked for that somewhere else.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then turns out whatever that one had that I was lacking over here, she had it, but then she was lacking in the other areas.
Right.
Yeah.
So it didn't kind of make sense. It's like, okay, and like I said, I referenced a lot of stuff. Medea said, like, you give up, a 98% person for 2%, and that's pretty much what it was.
Not to cut you off, but you ever heard of the 80-20 rule?
The 80-20. Let's talk about that. What is that?
The 80-20 aspect is basically like your significant other gives you 80% of them that you enjoy, that you like, that you're okay with, that you commit to. But then there's that 20%, which is their flaws or things that they don't do.
Yeah.
So it's like people risk that 80% to cheat with someone who gives them 20% of what they're not getting at home.
And that's pretty much what it was. It was just me thinking like, okay, she's giving me this right now, so this is what I want.
Yeah.
But this one is not. So then I'm going to go over here.
Yeah.
And not understanding, like, Michelle said, sometimes it takes communication.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of communication.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It takes a lot of understanding to get it. So then I did step out multiple times and be like, because you're not just doing it over here.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Then when it came back around and having conversations and saying, hey, this is what I was lacking, they were like, well, why you just didn't tell me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you knew that since the beginning.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So sometimes why I did it was just more of a disconnect in different areas where I found it somewhere else.
You regret it?
I actually do.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually do, because, and the reason I say I do regret it, because when you do that to somebody, you damage them for the next person.
Oh yeah. Good point. Yeah.
Who could be perfect for them?
It could be, and that's the thing. Like, I get it now. Like, when I do conversate with women, and because again, I'm a single man, so if I'm conversating with somebody and I want to get to know somebody, a lot of first things they say is like, "Hey, my last one damaged me." You know what I'm saying? So then I put myself in not their shoes, but in that other man's shoes that did something to them.
Yeah.
And be like, okay, I get it. You damaged. And I've been there, done that on both sides of the ball, because I've been cheated on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, I had to be like, okay, I understand. So I do regret it, because I damaged people. And, it wasn't intentionally like that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
It's just, as we say, men, we think external.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
And women think internally. So it goes to the point like, my little head wanted the more action than my big head.
Right, exactly. Yeah. You know what? I want to move on to a different point, because I want to talk about the signs of cheating. How do you know your significant other is cheating? And everyone that's watching, if you want to chime in, please write on the comment area on the bottom of this video. If you agree, disagree, or you want to, just chime in. Please write down on the comments of this video. You can participate in this podcast. But I want to talk about the signs of cheating. But I want to talk about, and Michelle, I want to ask you too, when you said that your significant other was cheating on you, and then you cheated on him, right? So what were some of the things when you got home? What were some of the things that you did to hide the cheating, to not make it obvious?
Well, still to this day, he never found out.
Until now.
Until now.
Found out now. Hey, make sure you hit me with his name so I can send him this.
Yeah. I'll tag him in this video.
Leave that man alone. He's probably happy somewhere, living his life. Don't do that.
Yeah, no, he still comes and bothers me. Anyway,
I wonder why. Tell us why. No, go ahead.
No, we're good. I worked different shifts than him. He was first shift. I mainly worked second shift. And then when that was happening, I was actually transitioning to the store I'm at now. So I would get home later. So by the time I got home, actually, no, I apologize. He switched shifts at that point. He was third shift. So by the time I got home, he would already be gone for work. So, I mean, at one point it was, I tried to make it home to say goodbye to him. But after that, after I felt like I wasn't being heard, I didn't rush home from work. I continued to do what I needed to do at work. And if that person hit me up, okay, sure. Yeah. As soon as I'm done with work, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
And then there would be a message saying, where you at? I'm like, well, I'm stuck at work. So I didn't really have to do too much hiding.
Right. It was really easy for
a
you to do it.
little blaming on work. But I mean, at some point, then he finally understood, like, oh, I was actually wanting to say goodbye to him before work. I was actually wanting to spend that few minutes before he left for work.
Yeah.
And then now he was trying, he actually was like, well, why all of a sudden now? I'm like, well, you're not listening to me. You're not hearing me. You're not, you're not there for me.
Yeah.
So why, unfortunately, should I be there for you? So honestly, I didn't really have to hide too much.
Yeah.
I continued to be who I was.
Yeah.
During that period of time, did you guys stop the physical intimacy as well?
Yes.
On top of not spending time
out.
together? Yeah.
Yeah. I told him straight out, I'm like, if you don't want to hear or feel me mentally, socially, then why should I give you physically?
And then like stuff, because everybody has their dynamic with couples around the house, like certain things that you do. Did you stop doing those things? Like if you were in charge of cooking, did you stop cooking? Did you stop doing things that
I didn't stop doing that because of my children in the house.
Okay.
But at the same time, they were in school. So a lot of times it was, they're older. So it was like, hey, fend for yourself. But I wouldn't stop some of this stuff because ultimately I still did care, because otherwise I would have just flat out said, no, this is over, we're done.
Okay.
I did try. Now going forward, no, if someone cheats, I'm done. That's just how my passes went.
Yeah.
That just proves my point that women do it so much better than us, because they can look at you in the face and they tell, baby, I love you.
You want to know my theory on that too?
But at the same time, he did the same to me. And should I have done that? Should I have went back and did the same thing? No, absolutely not. Do I regret it? Small, but no, I actually don't, because that helped me get over what I went through with him. Yeah. Because for me, I told him straight out when he came out and when I found out he cheated, and I says, ultimately, I want to say I'm done. I have kids to worry about. Like my kids come before this, and this is going to emotionally put me back some to where now I'm going to feel some sort of way, and I'm not going to give all my kids my attention because I need to get myself better mentally after this. So no, I told him straight out, I'm like, I really want to be done with this. You got to give me some time. Yeah. But during that time, it was like, oh, are you ready? Are you ready? I mean, maybe not in so many of those words, but it was, oh, you should be over this. I can't tell you how to feel. I can't tell you to get over something. So why wouldn't you give me that little bit of time?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I got something for food for thought, right? So do women actually cheat better, or is it a factor of the force of nature? And I say that because like a woman, obviously, or let me start with a man. If a man cheats, right? Men get caught because, they could be married, kids, family, all that. They could have someone on the side who they've been dealing with for 6 months. And then when that man, all of a sudden, it gets overwhelming for him, or he gets tired of the side chick, he leaves and wants to work it out with his family, or he has an epiphany or whatever happens, right? So when that happens, then the side chick obviously gets disgruntled, and she exposes him. Yep. She hits up the wife and she says, she sends her all the receipts, all the proof that he's cheated. And that's how that man gets exposed. Yeah. But if you flip that on the other side, you don't have men that are snitching on women that have husbands.
Oh, it never happens.
Because why would that man stop that? Because a man will sleep with your wife and shake your hand and be friends with you, be cool with you. Meanwhile, he just clapping cakes all the time, not saying anything. And he's not going to expose that woman. So a woman could go to her grave with multiple lovers, because men, it's not in a man's nature, unless that man's very feminine and he's like, he acts like a woman. Like he's not going to sit there and expose a woman, because he's like, if she's giving me free sex and she ain't saying nothing, he could have a woman. She ain't saying nothing, I'm not gonna say anything. So we both gonna keep it on the low, and I'm gonna continue to do what we doing. And I'm not, because if me snitching on that dude is gonna take that pleasure away from me. So I'm not gonna do that. Men don't say, the ratio is just uncomparable. You don't have men sliding in DMs like, hey man to man, I'm smashing your woman.
Right.
Women do that. Men don't do that. So that's a reason why I feel like women can get away with it more, because it's not in a man's nature to do that. But it's in a woman's nature to do that, because women get more emotionally wrapped up in the situation and they go exposing and spilling receipts.
That's true. Yeah, they feel like they pretty much like, I'm finna tell him, or I'm finna damage him or do whatever. Like,
yeah, I'm going for the gusto.
I'm finna go to.
Yeah, he broke my heart. I wanted to be with him. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And all alone, they doing their thing on the side.
Yeah,
because even if a man is sleeping with a married woman, if she decides, hey, I want to work it out with my husband, in most cases, he gonna be like, all right, cool, I got what I wanted anyways, and I'm gonna go on to the next one.
Yeah, that's a very good point because I didn't find out my first wife cheated on me. I didn't find out till after the divorce.
Yeah,
and that was years after the divorce that she was cheating on me. So
if you find out it's because she tells you because she's mad at you or whatever. It's never from the other man.
Never. Yeah, that's a good point. But you know what? I want to stay on this topic of how do you know your partner is cheating? What are some of the signs that you can tell that your partner is cheating? And I want to talk about us though. I want to talk about some of our flaws. And I hope I don't lose my bro card for this, but I want to tell you guys. Let me tell you guys what I used to do. To kind of play off the cheating. Yeah. Number one, the phone was a number one giveaway. The phone was always a number one giveaway. So one of the things I did was the iPhone has, or most phones have answer and they have a reject button. Yeah. So I would be smooth with it, man. So, I had my phone down and my wife was sitting next to me and then I would get a call. I'm like, oh shit. So I would look, hit the reject button. Hey, what's up, man? Yeah. Oh, for real? Okay, look, man, I'll be there tomorrow. Just tell them that, all right. And I act like I hung up. And then silently, but I was slick with it, man. Because silently I would just boop. The little silent button.
Yeah, on the side.
Yeah.
Went in my pocket.
That's what you'll be on?
That's what I was on. That was number one. Number two. So the girl would text me and say, well, let's go out this Saturday. Yeah. I'm like, all right, man, I'll figure something out. Yeah. So my wife, would be in the kitchen, and I feel really bad for talking about this, man. I feel really bad for her because I was a horrible husband. I was a really bad husband.
It's therapy.
But it makes me feel a lot better. But another thing that I did was, she was cooking when we would have a good day. Yeah. Like, honey, you ready to eat? Yeah, I'm ready to eat. And she would put anything I loved, and she would add a little bit too much salt on my chicken. This is too much salt. You know what? I feel like you don't know me anymore. I can't deal with this. I cannot deal with this anymore.
So you would basically pick a fight with her so you can leave.
Over dumb shit, man. I would just try to figure out what I can fight about so I can leave the house. Yeah. And the worst thing about it, TJ, is that she would literally, genuinely feel bad about what I was fighting for. She felt like it was her fault that I was leaving. Yeah. But that was my plan all along. And I would leave, do my thing with this other woman, come back the next day or whatever, and
like nothing happened.
What makes me feel the worst was when I used to come back home and after doing my thing, she would sit down with me and apologize.
Damn.
Man, and that was the worst. But back then I was so numb to that because I cheated so much.
So she would apologize for what she did,
for whatever she did.
Meanwhile, you in a hotel doing ungodly acts.
Yes,
with whoever.
Oh my God. When you say it like that, it just makes you feel worse.
Ungodly.
But it was a really bad time of my life, man. But see, and that's the thing when you cheat for the first time and you keep cheating and you cheat it again, do it again, you become numb. You get numb to it.
It's kind of I was watching when the whole Jeffrey Dahmer stuff was out on Netflix. It was like, how can somebody go 10 years just murdering people and killing people? It's like the first time could be traumatic, but then you continuously do it. You just get numb to it. It becomes a way of life for you. So I can definitely see how that could become. Well, I feel you, bro, but my conscience will just eat me alive, bro. Yeah. Like I can't just, I'm out doing ungodly acts with the woman in the hotel all night. Come home, my woman is cooking and I'm coming up behind her. Hey baby, I'm sorry. And we just doing our thing, and then she wants to be intimate, and I'm sitting in her face smiling and acting like it's all good. Meanwhile, I got another woman's on my, I just, that'll bother me, you know what I mean? Like I just, ethically and morally, I tell on myself, man. I'll be like, you know what? I can't even just sit here in front of your face and play with you like this. Yeah. And I'll tell them, because I just, my conscience just eats me, man. Like I can run over a rabbit on the road and feel bad.
Yeah, right.
Pull over and say a prayer over the rabbit and then just keep it moving. Like that's the type of conscience I got.
You're not gonna bury the rabbit?
Not gonna eat it?
Nah, I ain't messing with all that. I mean, that's roadkill. Another animal will get it. That's just a circle of life. But I'll pay my respects to it and keep it pushing.
Michelle, let me ask you, how do you think that? Because I know you said that your significant other cheated on you, but how did you find out that he cheated on you? What were some of the signs?
It was the phone. I'm in a relationship here. You can have my phone. Do whatever. He was the same way. Well, all of a sudden, you would be charging your phone in the other room. You would conveniently leave your phone in the car. You would, I changed my password. I don't remember what it is. Yeah, no. It literally started with the phone. And then his demeanor sometimes.
Yeah.
I think he would pick a fight occasionally.
Yeah.
And at some point, I'm like, whatever. Go do what you need to do.
Then you just got tired of it.
Right. Well, because you're either going to be there for me or you're not. You're a grown man. I can't make you do anything.
So
I can suggest. I can communicate.
Yeah.
So, wait.
What you laughing at?
Because I was going to ask a question.
Oh, she's looking at it. She's waiting.
So when you was cheating or whatever between both and you was intimate, was the pound game different?
The pound game. I've never heard it that way.
That's new for me too.
There's definitely a level. Yeah. There's definitely a difference. I believe, right, Michelle? I mean, what do you think?
Yeah, because you're not. Yes, because I mean, when you're not technically with that person, you're with that person for that moment. So it's like you don't have to live up to something. You don't have to, it's literally what your pleasure is at that moment. So it's not like you have to worry about.
Even with your guy, was it different? Like the person you was in a relationship with? Not different from the guy you was cheating on with, but him from normal pound game status to like him slacking.
Outside D versus. Yeah.
Well, he said it never got physical. It was the emotional, and it was I was getting to potential physical. So, I mean, I guess I wouldn't have known because he claimed it wasn't physical, but I don't know because after a certain point,
you don't know what to believe
stop
anymore.
being physical. Yeah.
I think sex is one of the biggest giveaways too. With cheating, especially with men and with women. Because I remember towards the end of my marriage, my wife was doing things to me that she's never done before. I'm like, where did you learn that?
Yeah.
That's because we brought that home.
Yeah.
Exactly. Where did you learn that? I didn't teach it to you.
Plus, it's the aspect of like I was saying the other episode, soul ties. It either is like that or it's like terrible because sex is like. Sex could be sex, but when you're with somebody, when you've been with somebody for a while, that sex it's your soul tied. You have a spiritual connection with that person, emotional connection with that person. So when you're giving your body physically to another person and then you come back, it's gonna be different because that line, that boundary has been crossed in the sand. So it's like you opened up Pandora's box at that point. So it's like, it's gonna feel different. But I was gonna say, when he was cheating, did you have, because I feel like a woman's intuition is one of the strongest things in the world. Did you have that? Like you just felt like something, I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it, but something is just not right.
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
And I actually asked him before, because I'm not that type of person. I'm not going to, I don't need to search for something. I'd rather have you tell me. I'd rather have you talk about it. But when I ask you and you're like, no, everything's good. But then you're still doing the things. And I'm like, well, why are you putting your phone up there? And you give me some excuse. Or, hey, why were you doing this? Why were you running late today? Just little things that, exactly. It was just little things that you really don't think of. Because you think it's part of your routine, but then when you're outside of your routine, because normally when you come home, hey babe, I ran a little late at work because X, Y, and Z. You're just open to talk about it. But when it's something that you're trying to hide, it's like you're searching, like you're looking up in the like you're searching for a response that you can't really find because that other person knows you so well. So when you do something outside your norm, you're like,
do something outside that pattern. Right. Because it's like we studied the people that we're with. So it's like I could see every day is not the same. I could see like 2 or 3 days or maybe even a week being different. But if it's like over a prolonged period of time, like a month, 2 months, it's something up.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Sure. I'm sorry, G, go ahead.
I actually cheated on my girl at work. I was just always at work.
You cheated on your girl at work?
No, with work.
Oh, with work. Come on, man.
I don't think that.
Come on, G.
I don't think that constitutes as cheating, sir. You have
need
to
to stay out
provide.
that cup.
Yeah, I shouldn't have gave him that.
He didn't give me nothing. It's sparkling.
It's sparkling.
Okay, well, it's got a little too much sparkle in there.
You know what? But this proves my point, though. That the last episode, I made a comment that it was kind of a bit controversial when I said all men cheat, right? And all men has to go out and feed. Remember that comment I made?
Oh, yeah.
Well, that kind of proves my point, because why, if a man is cheating, right? Why wouldn't he just leave the woman he's with? Because most men will just go out and cheat, come back, cheat, come back, cheat, come back. Why wouldn't they just leave? Michelle, please explain it to me. Why wouldn't he just leave?
Because I feel he doesn't want that sense of home. He doesn't want to have to restart. He doesn't want to have to reconnect. He's already comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So he's hoping that after he does what he does and hopefully doesn't get caught, that everything will be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Or if he does get caught, that all is forgiven, all is well.
Yeah.
But yet, if he were to have found me to be cheating, it would have been done.
All right.
He would have already said that, because I asked him.
Mm-hmm.
I said, so if I did what you just did, what would you have done? Oh, we would have been done.
Mm-hmm.
Hell to the no.
So what makes it okay for you?
Yeah.
It shouldn't be. It should be the same for both. So
Do you believe he loved you? Even though he was cheating,
yeah.
do you believe he loved you?
yeah, he was even talking about marriage, and I said, see, this is why I tabled. Yeah.
Damn.
Even when we tried to be friends, he said, I see us getting married one day. I said, well, you must have a crystal ball, because I don't see that.
What you do?
I don't even see us. I didn't do nothing.
Laid it down.
So do you agree with the term cheaper to keeper then? Since you say he doesn't want to start over and do all the things, because it is a big inconvenience. That's a big life change to uproot and
It is.
restart.
It is, because when he moved in here, yes, he had to get rid of, some of the things that he had, and to find a place to, to restart pretty much.
Yeah.
I get it. It is. But at the same time, it's like,
I disagree
you
with it.
knew.
Though. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I rather release her. It ain't cheaper to keep her. Just release her.
Yeah.
I mean, if you got to start from the ground up, then you got to do what you got to do. At the end of the day, it's integrity in that. You can look in the mirror and be like, you know what? Like, I'm fucked up right now. I didn't anticipate this, but hey, I'll be all right.
But I think it's easier for men too, because most of the time the children stay with the woman.
That
Those
I
were my
agree with.
kids. Yes. Yes, those were my own children. Those were not his children. And that's another reason why because he moved in here, he up and left. But I do feel it's way easier for men too. And I feel sometimes men, even though sometimes we're more emotionally there sometimes, and we are checked out emotionally sooner, you guys can just be done with it and move on. Now, unless the female says it's over, that's when you guys
That's when
say,
you get in your feelings.
no, what this is. Yeah.
So Michelle, are you single now?
Yes.
Asking for a friend.
Just asking for a friend.
Oh.
Hey, gentlemen, our listeners, hit her up. Y'all know she said where she work at. So if you was listening, you know where she work at. Pull up.
Pull up. I want you guys to chime in on this, because am I wrong for saying that? Because she just said it. I mean, I think we're in agreement here. I think that for men, we love our wives. We love the women that we're with, but we just have subprimal instinct to go out.
So you feel like it's proving your point?
I think it's proving my point.
Because it's like a man doesn't want to leave his wife.
He doesn't want
to leave his kids.
No.
He just wants to satisfy that urge. Come home like a dog.
Yes.
Like a stray dog. He know where home at.
He knows where home is. Yeah. When you, and that's a good point. I have a dog. I let him out. He does his thing. Shits everywhere. Eats everywhere.
Yeah.
But at the end of the night, he's back home.
His ass is still
at home with bed with me, and I'm cuddling, giving him love. So I think men are like that. Men are, unfortunately, we're like dogs.
I feel like most men are like that, but not all.
I'm saying
I agree with that.
I'm not like
I agree.
that.
I agree.
Like that.
Most men do that, and it goes back to your point. It's an age thing, I think.
Right. It's age. It's experience. Because I fight against urges like that, but I'm like, at the same time, I know the consequences. At the same time, I've been there, done that. Why am I? We can't be doing the same thing. I could just leave you. If I'm unhappy with you, I'm going to express that to you. I'm going to hope that you change it and care about the relationship enough to change it. But in the event that you don't, I'll just leave. Why am I going to still hold on to you? That's selfish, because I'm not only depriving myself, I'm depriving the woman as well. Because she could go out and find a man who gives her everything. I could find a woman who gives me everything. Why do we have to cheat on each other?
Right.
It's absolutely pointless to me.
And you know, when I said, like, seriously, when I said I cheated with work, like, that's actually somewhat of a serious statement. And the reason I say that because it was a point in my relationship where I told the lady I was with I didn't like coming home.
Wow. Because of work or because of her?
Because of her.
Because of
It was a hostile environment at home.
Yeah, it was hostile. It was like I didn't want to come home. Did like this serious, like I didn't want to come home.
Yeah.
Well, what's that verse? I forgot how it goes, you know, because God still is working on it.
Yeah.
But it's like being on top of a roof and dealing with a woman's wrath. It's better to be on top of a roof or something like that.
What?
I don't remember hearing that, but if you guys know what he's talking about, write it down.
Right in the
comment section.
I'm not crazy, man.
No,
that's a real.
not crazy.
I'm sure it
That's
is.
a real verse.
Anyway,
I'm interested
I
to know
thought you
what
were
that
saved,
is.
G. You should know this.
You should know what it is.
Come on,
G.
man.
I should.
I don't think you're saved as you say you are,
But
man.
the one, what he bringing, I don't know, is a rap and a roof.
I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay, do that.
Yes, I did.
And then once I get it, you're gonna be like, oh, this one?
Yeah.
Before you edit this, P-Lo,
Yeah.
I'm gonna send you the scripture. You put it at the end of the show.
I'm gonna put it. Yes,
Because I ain't crazy.
yes.
That's a real statement.
You know what? It's been great, Michelle. Thank you. We're going to do a little something different. We're going to play the game that we love to play. Battle of the Sexers.
You know, we took the L last time,
We did.
so we got to come with it this time.
So last week we lost because of G. So it's your fault.
Could we tag team? Like, if he gets stuck, can I tag him out?
No, unfortunately, no. No. So, Michelle, the way this works is that I'm going to ask the guys a question, each one individually. For every question they get right, they get 1 point. Okay, after I'm done with them, I'm going to ask them a total of 8 questions. After I'm done with them, I'm going to ask you 4 questions, and those questions are worth 2 points. All right? Now, the questions I'm going to ask them, most women know and most men don't. The questions I'm going to ask you, most women don't know and most men do. All right? So we're ready to play.
Let's get it.
Let's play Battle of the Sexers.
Let's get it. We winning today.
All right, but guys, we got to win today. G, don't mess this up for us, please.
Meg.
Because everyone knows birth control is 28 pills.
Yeah,
Come on, bro.
man.
Everybody knows that.
That was real controversial.
That's
Everybody, hey, they take depots of me. I don't do the pills.
Like, it's not my concern.
All right, here we go. G, I'm going to start with you. Actually, no, TJ, I'm going to start with you, okay?
Bet.
All right, so the first question. What is a curling tool used for? What is a curling tool used for? Is it A, shaping nails, B, shaping eyelashes, or C, plumping lips?
Let's go with B, eyelashes.
B, eyelashes. You got it, my man. Very, very good. G, which Kardashian sister is the oldest? Is it A, Kim, B, Khloe, or C, Kourtney?
You better get this.
Well, I don't know nothing about them.
You know about the Kardashians? Who doesn't know about the Kardashians?
Because I don't follow.
You gotta get with it, brother.
What are the options?
So the options are A, Kim, B, Khloe, C, Kourtney. No, look at him. No.
Hey,
This is easy. Come on, man. The Kardashians. It's the Kardashians, bro. How do you not know the Kardashians? Nope. How do you not know the Kardashians? Come on. It's clicking. No, it's clicking. It's clicking. Come on.
and it's the third one. Who?
So is Kim, Khloe, or Kourtney?
Courtney?
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Kourtney is correct. you gotta watch more Kardashians, bro.
But no, that's not my cup of tea.
So TJ,
Yes, sir.
what is the name of the Las Vegas WNBA team? Is it A, the Aces, B, Storm, C, Sky?
Hey, the Aces, baby.
Man,
Let's go.
got it. But who the hell watches the WNBA? You watch the WNBA?
I love basketball, man.
Yeah, but
I don't.
I just love basketball.
I love basketball, but
it could
the
be the
WNBA
NBA or WNBA. It don't matter.
Okay. G, in Greek mythology, who is the god of love and beauty? Is it A, Eros, B, Aphrodite, C, Medusa?
What's the second name again?
So it's A, Eros, B, Aphrodite, C, Medusa.
Aphrodite.
Aphrodite is correct.
Get it.
All right, TJ.
Yes, sir.
Medela is a company that makes a product to help women what? The company's called Medela.
Medela.
Medela is a company that makes products to help women what? Is it A, smell better, B, shave, or C, breastfeed?
Oh, that's a hard one. With an M, right?
Yeah, Medela. M-E-D-E-L-A. Medela.
Say the options again.
So the options are to smell better, to shave, or to breastfeed.
Let's go with breastfeed.
Breastfeed. Damn.
Let's get it.
That was good. That was a good guess. That was a good guess. Okay, G, what is the main ingredient in hummus? I know you eat hummus. You don't eat hummus?
No.
Who doesn't eat hummus?
God.
It's freaking delicious.
Yeah, I
You know,
know.
a cracker with your sparkling wine? Woo.
He said, I don't eat that.
Remember the last time I tried it at that one restaurant, Casablanca?
You tried hummus before?
Yeah.
That's
You
what
didn't
it
like
was?
Yeah. It was don't and it's cold.
You can eat it cold,
Yeah, you can eat it anyway.
Yeah,
Like,
but it's delicious.
what's the option?
All right, so the main ingredient in hummus, is it A, chickpeas, B, garlic, or C, tahini?
Garlic.
Garlic. Garlic is not the main ingredient.
Chickpeas, bro.
And it's chickpeas.
Oh my God.
Chickpeas is the main ingredient. That's what it's made out of.
I don't know.
But you need to eat more hummus.
That one's yeah, I don't know nothing about that.
All right, so here we go. TJ, what shape is a princess cut diamond? Is it A, triangle, B, square, or C, circle?
It's a square, sir.
Yes, sir. It's a square. All right. So G, you better get this right. Better get this right, bro. All right, here we go. What is an emery board used for? What is an emery board used for? Is it A, ironing hair, B, filing fingernails, or C, correcting posture?
Follow fingernails.
Yes.
Let's get it.
All right. Very good. So we have 7 points out of 8.
Okay.
So very good, guys. All right, Michelle.
I hope I get the tapping in the fingers that you guys did.
We don't tap fingers.
I don't know what you're
Okay.
talking about.
Hey, Michelle, they forgot that.
Damn.
they can see
We're
you right.
exposed.
Yeah.
Nobody
I'll let
was
it slide.
Nobody was tapping fingers.
But look at that.
Okay.
Even
All right.
even though they allegedly cheated, allegedly.
Allegedly
Well,
now? Okay.
Allegedly.
Isn't that what the
All right.
episode is about?
Yeah, it's about
cheaters.
cheating.
Oh, there you go.
So, all right. So, Michelle, all you have to do is get 4 right. All right.
Okay.
And you win the game. So, Michelle, here we go. Question number 1: what is the highest hand in that you can get in poker? Is it A, a royal flush, B, a full house, or C, a straight flush?
A full house?
Is that your final answer?
Sure.
Oh,
get
no,
it.
Michelle.
I don't play poker. I don't know.
What's the answer, guys?
What are the options?
The options are royal flush, full house, or straight flush.
What'd she say?
She said full house.
Royal flush.
A royal flush is correct.
So I know a little bit about that now. I don't know about no hummus, but I know about that.
You said hummus.
That's what it's called? Hummus?
Hummus.
Oh,
Like a Hummer. Hummus.
same stuff.
All right, here we go, Michelle. Question number 2. How many volts does a car battery need to start? Is it A, 10 volts? Is it B, 24 volts? Or is it C, 12 volts?
12 volts.
12 volts is correct. Woo!
I finna say, where you work at, y'all kind of somewhat deal with it a little bit.
Better know that. All right, here we go. Question number 3.
I do.
The wheels of a skateboard are often referred to as what? Is it A, rollers, B, trucks, or C, kickers?
Rollers?
Rollers is wrong. You guys know the answer to that?
Say it again.
So the question is, the wheels of a skateboard are often referred to as what? Rollers, trucks, or kickers?
Rollers, right?
No.
Kickers.
No. It refers trucks. They don't call them trucks.
Really?
Yeah, the wheels of a skateboard, they refer them as trucks.
That's stupid.
I'm glad I didn't know that as well as they didn't know that. So
You learn something new every day.
Here we go. Number 4. What short-handed flat metal tool do you use to spread, shape, and smooth plaster? I'm gonna say it again. What short-handed flat metal tool do you use to spread, shape, and smooth plaster? Is it A, a spatula? Is it B, a short knife? Or is it C, a trowel?
I was gonna say a hoe.
Unfortunately, G, that is wrong.
Of course, G. Of course.
What were the options?
So the
again?
options are a spatula, a short knife, or a trowel. What do you use to spread, shape, and smooth plaster? A spatula, short knife, or a trowel?
She Googling it.
I don't even have my phone.
She like,
Stop the cat.
Okay, should I do the tapping in the fingers?
Oh, you've been exposed.
I'm gonna go with the short knife.
A short knife is incorrect.
is it a trowel?
It is a trowel.
Yeah.
You use a trowel.
Yeah.
All right, Michelle. So you only got one right, but I'm gonna give you an option. I'm gonna give you a chance to win
Since we cheated.
since they cheated.
Allegedly.
To redeem
you
yourself.
did.
Okay, so if you get these 3 questions correct, you win the game.
Hey, you gotta hold your phone up though. No cheating. You gotta hold your phone up.
All right, here we go. You ready?
And I'm gonna do this. No tapping.
All right, Michelle. Here are your redeemed questions. Number 1, Zurich is the capital of what? Is it Switzerland, Germany, or Iceland? Zurich.
Germany?
It is. Oh, the correct answer is Switzerland. All right, Michelle, here we go. Where would you find a pinna on your body? A pinna, P-I-N-N-A. Is it in the eyes, the nose, or the ear?
Damn.
The eyes?
That is incorrect. So the pinna is actually the ear. That what the part you see, that's called the pinna.
You know what my head went with the
I already know. And I'm glad that wasn't an option because I was gonna put the crotch area.
You said, oh, the peanut? Oh.
Yeah. Pinna.
That's why I spelled it. It's P-I-N-N-A. I made sure I made that clear.
My mind went dirty real quick.
I'm sure it did.
She was like, I got this.
No, I did not know that one.
All right, here we go. The third question, Michelle. Here we go. In golf, how long are players permitted to look for their ball? Is it A, 10 minutes, B, 5 minutes, C, 2 minutes?
2 minutes.
Michelle, you are wrong. The correct answer is 5 minutes.
So you don't have no
Play
man
golf?
looking. You don't have no man looking for their balls.
No.
You only got 5 minutes to look for their balls. So
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't get those questions, man.
yeah.
That was.
So what that
You guys
means,
wouldn't have known either.
even though they allegedly cheated, allegedly,
Oh,
we
we're gonna
won
go with allegedly.
the game.
Finally.
So we got it all even now, right?
We're even, so we're 1-1.
Okay.
1-1. So Michelle, thank you very much for playing Battle of the Sexes. So Michelle, thank you so much for coming on to this crazy podcast.
Yeah.
And we really had a great time with you, and I really appreciate you taking the time to out of your busy schedule to come on and joke around with us and really have some serious conversation about things that that we talk about. We like to talk in this podcast. We talk about things that men are afraid to talk about, and it's very rare for a female to want to come onto this podcast. So we really appreciate you coming on, and thank you so much.
So much, yeah.
So we're gonna do final thoughts, guys. Ready?
Yeah.
All right, G, I want to start with you. What you got?
Cheating is a choice, not a mistake.
What? Cheating is a choice, not a mistake. I got to think about that one.
Cheating is a choice, not a mistake.
Yeah. I got to think about that one. Because I think it's both.
You can't mistakenly cheat on somebody.
Yeah, you could just...
So if you cheat on somebody multiple times, is it a mistake? Or at that point, it's a choice?
Even the first time is not a mistake.
I guess I see it now.
Say you just stumbled and fell on top of the.
Yeah, that happened to me multiple times. I'm just saying.
You stumbled.
Let's just leave that at where it's at.
Cut it out.
All right, TJ, what you got?
I was gonna say, if you feel tempted to cheat or be unfaithful, just leave the person.
Mm-hmm.
Start from scratch. Don't be afraid to start new. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to live a life. You don't want to live with an unhealthy conscience, carrying things around. Just leave the person. It may hurt. That conversation may be terrible to have, but at the end of the day, it needs to be had, and you got to be happy. That person has to be happy.
Yeah.
So always have your integrity.
Absolutely. Very good. All
Preach, brother, preach.
Oh, yeah. Michelle, do you have any final words for us?
Everything you do has a consequence, whether it's positive or negative.
That's true. That's absolutely true.
Bars. I like that.
So again, ladies and gentlemen, our elite society, thank you for watching our podcast. Remember, visit our website at www.digital262.com. And don't forget, we do have a segment called Married, Single, Divorced. So please send us your video, ask us anything, and we're going to give you 3 different perspectives to try to help you with your issue.
Hey, P-Lo, if I do that, will something pop up?
No, only I have that magic.
Oh.
Try it.
Let me see. I don't know which.
He said, only I have that.
Nothing came out.
Yeah.
So again, ladies and gentlemen, Michelle, thank you again for coming on to the podcast. Really appreciate it. And thank you guys for tuning in to Elite Talk. Till the next one. Peace.